Viral attention for sharing her regrets about ditching the idea of marriage and family. Now, her article in Business Insider reads, quote, "I'm 38 and single, and I recently realized I want a child. I'm terrified that I've missed my opportunity." That woman's name is Melissa Persling, and she's revealing to Fox News Digital what she thinks caused her current situation. Listen.
I feel unbelievably betrayed by feminism. I was constantly fed this idea that women can do everything. We don't really need men. Women can have the great career and have the kids that they like and change the tires and do this. I mean, I grew up thinking, and men are great, but like I can do all the same things. I do feel in many ways betrayed by that line of thinking, but like I can do all the same things.
But can you? Could she? She was fed a lie, fed many lies. You can do it all by yourself, woman. You don't need a man.
I don't need a man.
And for as much as a single modern woman doesn't need a man, come on. This world wasn't built by one gender.
Nope.
You can have a lot in this world by yourself, of course, but this woman's realizing
I'm lonely.
she couldn't really have everything.
Why?
If she was content with never having children, that's understandable. But she was never content. She had just convinced herself that was what she wanted. Now that's a dangerous thing for a lot of women. To not fully want to be the strong, independent woman who doesn't need a man, but to fake it. Fake it. Look. My point is, women who are truly happy and content being single, free and liberated, that's fine. Like, it's your life, do whatever you want to do with your life. But there is a clear and obvious fact that a lot of women
Bullshit.
are being brainwashed to believe it and should feel this way. They're being betrayed.
True.
Now look, a lot of men see and know it. It's propaganda.
Ganja.
Propaganda. Again, women who are comfortable being that.
No one cares.
But in terms of propaganda, come on. We all know there are a lot of women out there who their focus isn't to make points in understanding the modern relationships like mine are. No, there are a lot of women out there who just hate men.
Fucking men.
They just hate men, and they don't want men and women to just be together. And that's just weird. That's just weird. I make a lot of points. None of them have anything to do with hate. They're points made for more understanding between men and women.
Interesting.
But here we have a woman betrayed, lied to, deceived by strong, tough-wristed feminists that, yeah, you don't need a man. Live free and liberated. Have all the fun. But the fun doesn't last forever. Eventually, you want real things.
Family.
Real things.
I do feel in many ways betrayed by that line of thinking. I kind of want to go back to some of those teachers and coaches and say, what the hell did you mean by that? Because you ruined my life. Women can't do it all. We can't.
Katrina, what are your thoughts on this?
Okay, I'm going to go deep here. So I have a lot of opinion on this, and I really think that feminism in some ways has really sabotaged women's happiness.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Interesting in some ways. Look, as a man to say you're a misogynist, it's nothing to do with hate, just pointing out a certain obvious fact as a man.
Sabotage women's happiness.
A man in the dating pool. It's like, yo, some things are weird. Why do some women think like this? And they have a defense mechanism up, which in the end makes them very unappealing, very unattractive. The ick. Like, woman, you're turning me off. Like, what's going on here? When men make the points in terms of dating, when it comes to feminism, it's because men see it.
Women's happiness.
They've seen the influence it has had on their women, relationships, and how it's made some women do some obscure and weird things that they had no need to do.
You blew it up!
There's nothing wrong with being wanted. There's nothing wrong with wanting someone.
Nope.
That's normal. It doesn't mean you're going to get someone. That's not a guarantee. But there's nothing wrong with wanting someone or wanting a family. If that's what you want, that's what you want. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you.
And the reason I believe that is because we are asked to do all these different things, right? But then our nervous system goes whack. Like, I know for myself, I'm in work mode and then mother mode and then family mode, right? And so your system just completely goes out of whack, which is why I truly believe, and I found this quote and I thought it was so telling, is that the divine feminine is the rawest, wildest, and most honest mirror a man will ever encounter. The awakened man opens his heart and goes to battle. He will tame his dragons and face his deepest shadows, since he knows that deep within, her heart will guide him home. And I think that there is a beautiful balance between the feminine and the masculine.
Okay, I get her point. It's cute. Everything she said is sweet. Okay, but who told women they had to be like that? Who told them? Who told women they had to be these strong iron box feminists?
Suck it.
That just hate men for no reason. Yes, we know a lot of men are bad. All men know. That's ridiculous. Look, we understand defense and cope mechanisms because of modern society. A lot of things are dangerous and bad for women. Okay, we get it. But a lot of modern women are in a very good position now in life. They're not in these horrific positions like they said they were in back in the day. No, they're in good positions.
Attractively.
But now they're overcompensating with a lot of BS that it doesn't even matter. It's a lot of overcompensation doing things that no one asked them to do.
I'm a free woman.
You're a free woman.
I'm not sure when in the world women thought men started to want tough, chewy, just masculine vibe women. I don't know when women started to think that. Yeah, a lot of men like strong women. I'm yet to find a man who says, "No, I want a woman who's like a man." That doesn't make sense. That's no opposites attract.
Innate femininity.
And energy. And I know that as a woman, regardless of what any woman says, I think she wants to feel safe with a man and she wants to be able to feel her feminine energy, but it's very difficult to go into that space when you're trying to fulfill all these different roles, which is what I think this woman is feeling right now, which is what I think a lot of women, right, in very powerful positions are feeling. And then there's this idea that if you're powerful, you can't be, you know, a beautiful wife or a beautiful mother. And so I think we need to go back to really the way God designed us to be, which is as women, we need men. And it makes for a beautiful balance.
You know, it's so strange that in 2024, there's some women saying that it's almost like a realization to him. Like, oh my God, we need men.
Dirty, musty, crusty men.
Wow, we need men. Really? Oh, you have to laugh. It's gone so far where some women just realize, oh, we do need men. They've just realized it.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Not even in terms of just like dating and relationships and marriage and having kids, but just in general.
Which is, as women, we need men.
Wow.
Chris, something that struck me about this is something that Katrina mentioned earlier, which is your influences start in the home. So the moral of this.
Yes, agreed. But let's not forget the strong influence of college and university.
They're recruiting.
College and university. Because a lot of women didn't seem to even know what feminism was until they went to college and university. I'm just saying.
Story to me was that she felt betrayed by her influences. But if she had been influenced a certain way in the home, then there wouldn't have been confusion.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does. And I really like the points you just made. I think that, you know, this is a little bit of a weird topic for me to talk about.
Just say it, bro.
You know, we grew up with parents. I grew up with parents that had my brother and I when they were in their early 20s. Okay. And that was their decision. That was great. My wife, Lily, decided to, she's an entrepreneur. She built her business in her early 20s and early 30s, and we didn't have kids till we were in our mid 30s. And she struggled with this early on a little bit. But this is where I think as a man and as her husband and her protector, I take my personal responsibility to be her greatest advocate and her greatest cheerleader for everything that she's doing, everything that she's accomplished, everything she has to balance as a woman. And I think more men should take that responsibility.
I actually agree with him. I talk a lot about modern relationships, but if you're going to be in one, it is like two people have to work together. That's simply what it is. This whole options, people think they have options, this independent thing. And look, if two people are going to be together in modern dating, it is a give and take from both people. There's no one-sided bullshit, oh, this person has to love me more. For as much as that may work in some situations, there needs to be back and forth. So if your woman is doing well and helping you out, helping you to move forward in life, yeah, you appreciate her. Let her know, woman, I appreciate you.
I'm her daddy now.
I appreciate you a lot. And in return, a man who's breaking his back to make sure his woman has everything should have the utmost appreciation. It's a simple level of respect, but it's like modern dating, relationships, do people even have it for each other?
Not that I'm on this high horse or anything. I'm just saying I do think that it's the role of a man to do that.
There is no guarantee to anything. Many of us when we were younger believed we'd be at a certain position in life when we're older. But when you're being misled, ask who has misled you?
They're recruiting.
Have a nice day.
Women's happiness.